You know what? I don't even know if this is a superhero trait, but my wife often tells me that the one talent I have is that I never go away. Like I show up. And that's, I guess that is a superhero trait. It's not too sexy or it's not too like flashy, but I'm pretty consistently just keep showing up. My body keeps showing up in the places that I need to be. So I think that's probably it. The person that's made the biggest impact on me, two people actually. One is William Shakespeare. I studied him a lot when I was training to perform, and because he was a performer, he was an actor, but then he turned into a playwright because he wanted to control the product. And then he had his own theater, and what he did was he just put on his own shows. He put on, and that's basically what I did. And I love, if you read, he wrote those plays 500 years ago. And 500 years since he's died, since he's written all those plays, and there's not a day goes by in 500 years that one of his plays is not playing somewhere in the world. Isn't that crazy? Like to have that kind of impact for that long. He's very big later in my life. Early in my life was my dad. My dad I'm the youngest of 6 kids, so my dad was a rancher, he was a cowboy, basically. So he didn't talk a lot, but when he spoke, it meant a lot. And every morning, my dad would wake my sisters and me and my brother up by rubbing our backs. He would rub our backs and he'd whisper in our ear and tell us we were the best every morning. And that went on, and we were embarrassed. At first, we were like, me and my brother, like, what's he talking about? And one time, my brother and I were going on a double date because he's a year older than me. So we're in high school, like, I think he's 16, I'm 15. And we're going out with the Tomasini sisters, on a double date. And we're like nervous, and it's our first date. And their dad's the principal of our school. And my dad follows us out to the car, and he's got his arms around us, and my dad cusses a lot too. So he's dropping like, curse words left and right. And he's telling us we're the best. He's whispering, you guys are the best. So take care of yourself out there. Don't get yourself in a jackpot. Don't get yourself in trouble. And the girls are kind of laughing, and me and my brother are embarrassed. We're like, Dad, come on, man. Let us go on the date, And all through Little League, all through college, even when I had kids, in my 40s, when I started having kids and was married, he would still wake us up that way. And so I wake my kids up the same exact way, except I don't use my dad uses, every sentence has a cuss word in it. So I'm trying to clean it up so my kids don't get in trouble at school. But I would say William Shakespeare and my dad are like the biggest influences on me. I drink bulletproof coffee every day. That's for I too, It's so funny, in the last year that's been a serious ritual of mine, that I do. I drink it, I love it, and I tell everybody else to do it too. I wake up early. I love waking up really early before anybody else, usually 5, sometimes 6, but usually 5 in the morning. And I've done that since I was a kid. And my dad was the one who started that because he had to start his day so early. That's when he would wake us up at 5. And I would go begin my training then. So as a kid, I just always thought that if I was up before everybody else, because in my mind, I always thought, and this was true, I always thought my buddies were better than me. They were better athletes, they were bigger, they were faster when I was a kid. And I always thought, if I wake up earlier than them, eventually, 15, 20 years down the line, I'll be able to pass them. And so that's kind of always been that magic time for me where I feel like I'm getting the edge over people that are sleeping. So, early riser is a big ritual for me.